Hello, everybody, and welcome to IC Markets Market Commentary. My name is Tamar Mehr from Trade with Precision. Now, the first week of the second Trump presidency saw several index markets around the world hitting all-time high. We also saw a pullback in the strength of the US dollar against many of its trading partners as the market come to believe that Trump back on a tariff is much louder than it bites, with a much softer tone directed at China. So I want to start here with the chart of the FTSE or the UK 100, and this is the weekly chart. And on the weekly chart, we can see we were stuck here in a range underneath that 8400 level, and then the previous week we broke to an all-time high and to a higher high here, and continued a little bit further during this week before the beginning of a pullback. So if we'll take a look here on the monthly chart, we can see the break that we had and the pullback. We're also in an uptrend, and we're pretty close to the averages, so the area between the 10 and the 20 moving averages, the bison. Now, if we'll take a look here on the daily, though, we can see that we are still overextended. We are back into an uptrend, but we still have some distance between where price action sits right now and the moving averages. So we're currently pulling back into the previous high, the previous all-time high that the market has printed over here in May. So what I like is a little bit more of a pullback in the context of the daily chart. So I drew the Fibonacci retracement from the low to the high, and we can see that we have the 50% retracement clustering very nicely with these previous touches, that consolidation that we had here on the weekly chart. So we've got a touch here and another one over here. And if and when the market will pull back into the area, we're also going to be back into the averages, so working out that overextension. We can also see here on the momentum indicators that we have agreement for the move. So on the FTSE, I'm waiting for a bit more of a pullback, and then any signs that the buyers are coming back in and around that 8400 level, and then look for a continuation of the move. Another one that kept on hitting all-time high this week is the DAX, or the Germany 40. And this is the daily chart, and we can see the very strong push that we had here kept on printing almost every day all-time high until Friday we started a bit of a pullback here. So if we'll take a look here on the weekly chart, we can see that we are quite overextended. So there is quite a distance between where price action sits right now and its moving averages. So I'm looking for a bit more of a pullback on this market. I'm looking for a pullback to the previous swing high in and around the 2500 level. And drawing the Fibonacci retracement of this latest move, we can see that this area also sits quite nicely at the sweet spot, that area between the 50 and the 61.8% retracement. Now, drilling into the daily, we can see that we had a couple of touches at that area previously before pushing higher. So in this case, this is more of a higher time frame weekly pullback that I am after. Now the next one, and also a higher time frame pullback, is dollar CAD, and the area that I'm looking at is the round number of 1.4, and we can see here on the monthly chart plenty of touches at that level in the past before breaking higher, and currently in the process of pulling back. Now I also drew here the Fibonacci retracement from the low to the high, and we can see that that 1.4 area is clustering quite nicely with that 50% retracement. So if and when the market will pull back into that area, it will also catch up with its averages on this monthly chart. So in this case, I'm also looking for a higher time frame pullback, and I'm looking for any signs on the lower time frame that the market is changing direction, and looking for a continuation of this overall higher time frame move. Lastly, I want to take a look at Kiwi dollar. So we had a look at this one 2 weeks ago when we were sitting here at the low, and I was looking for a pullback, release this selling pressure. And currently we are in the process of pulling back, and I'm keeping a very close eye at the 61.8% retracement, which is clustering very nicely with the previous swing low. Now, the next level that I'm keeping an eye on in case we still have some buying power coming in around this level is the higher up level that sits around the 0.5850. We can see we had plenty of touches at that level in the past. It's going to be a deeper pullback in the context of the weekly, but we are still going to be inside the sell zone, that area between the 10 and the 20 moving averages. Happy trading, everyone. Bye for now.